Imagine.
Welcome back and thank you for staying tuned on Y254. You can be part of this conversation by sharing your views and comments to the number 22162, starting with the word news. You can also tweet us at Y254 channel, hashtag Y254 news. And so before we went for the break, we were talking about disagreements. How do we make sure now that all these differences that we have are not going to make sure that this relationship is drowned down the sink? How do we now deal with that, Lindsay?
For example, I'd say, for example, if you speak to your spouse or your partner and he's not willing to change, I think you should be patient also, because sometimes the timing is not right. And this person needs, you know, the way we say sometimes maybe I'm young, that's why I'm maybe misjudging or this, you know, maybe the timing is not right. Probably this person would be would change with time. Also, I'd say this, most of the times we judge a lot, even in relationships. This person is not going to change. This person is like this. This person will never, he's just going to beat me and kill me one day. You know, we find that in relationships. But one thing I'll say is, when you judge someone, that's wrong, because I choose what to show you. I might show you my bad side, which, as I said, it requires time. Sometimes you might talk to me a lot of times, but maybe the timing is not right. It will take me some time just to realize that what I'm doing is wrong. Yes, and maybe these are some of the things that will actually save the relationship.
Okay, Eugene.
Okay, as for me, giving someone time, it will depend. You know, you have some girls who just reveal on their face, on their face, that this person can really change. But if you see this person can't change, there's no need of waiting.
Okay. So now
just move on.
We've dealt with change. We've talked about some of the things that may really bring and cause all this fear in a relationship. So now, how do we love? How do we learn to love without our fears getting in the line?
The first thing I tell everyone watching is that in love, you have to do one thing, that is trust. Trust is very important.
Okay.
When you see maybe a lady who's better looking than you, just trust that your person will not, even if your person has looked at the person, just imagine that, just trust your person and say that, you know what, I'm very confident. This person has no eyes for anyone. It's just that person passed and he just had to check.
Okay.
So just put trust in a relationship, and this will guide. Actually, this will actually save even your relationship.
Speaking of how to love without fear, you've said that we should learn to trust. Even when they look, just assume they didn't look. We are living in an era whereby faithfulness, to be honest, we've had from experiences, is the greatest challenge, and it's every man's and every woman's greatest fear in a relationship. So Eugene, how do we deal with this unfaithfulness and make sure that it doesn't trigger ways on how it damages a very healthy relationship?
You see, on my point on what Lindsay has said, what did you say?
It's about faithfulness.
Okay. Is it okay? Okay, let me make it simple. Is it okay to see that your partner probably is looking and you're comfortable with that because you're like, okay, I trust him, he just looked. Is it okay to look?
No, I can't trust you 100%.
Okay.
That's for sure. Because what if, take for example me, I'm dating you. You trust me. But as for me, I have someone else I'm looking to. Is it helping you? How will you trust me? The same way you think of me, the same way I have someone else I'm looking for. Is the same way you look at me that way. You see, if you bring in trust, I don't think we need to give out 100% trust.
Then how does it work if it's not 100% trust? How does it work? Because if you don't do 100% trust, you'll always have doubts.
They say you should stay in a relationship with I don't know how this saying goes. I don't know, with one leg or something.
1 foot in, 1 foot out. No, how do you? Then why are you there?
This means you should be ready for anything. Because this lady, maybe you don't meet you don't meet her needs, and someone else is somewhere trying to do how he can to win her. You see.
Then do your best, play your game best.
But
That's
if you
the
can't,
best way.
there are some situations you can't just help. You see.
Okay.
We have some situations like maybe lacking currency, being financially poor. Maybe a lady expects you should be financially stable, and you cannot. Though you are trying your best, and you cannot. You see, there's no way you can tell God, do miracle.
Okay.
You see.
Okay. Fine.
In that way, my friend, you just have to accept.
Okay. Lindsay, our last question for this discussion. How do people not lose their identity? How do we not lose our self-worth, our self-love by being in a relationship?
First of all, make sure you hang out with your friends every weekend. Yes, because sometimes we are so much engulfed in a relationship, you even forget about your friends, saying that, and you give this person so much time and you lose your identity. 2, stick to your passion. Before I met you, I had a passion, I had a goal. Let me still pursue it. 3, we could talk about, get a hobby. Keep yourself busy. Just be you, do the fun things. Yes. And just to add on the faithful part, how do you sustain, make sure that, how do you kill this unfaithfulness in society and all that? We need to talk about it. One thing that is making this thing continue mushrooming is the fact that we assume that being unfaithful is kawaida. You know, it's normal.
These days it's like an achievement.
But now speak up. Speak up. It's not. There are people who are being faithful. You can, out of 10, you can get one person who's faithful, you know? And if we talk about it and if we condemn it, then I think we are going to save our relationships.
Okay.
2, insecurity destroys relationship. If you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out, trust me, it's not going to last.
Okay.
Okay, being 1 foot in, 1 foot out, it doesn't. This is for the relationship, for this young teenager who are not married. They are trying to.
No trying. Don't try. Why are you trying?
Just
if you can't get in and do everything, why try? So
we have 2 different types of relationship. We have those who have already moved in, already in marriage, but we have those one who are trying to.
You should have a motive when you're going in a relationship, whether you want marriage or whatever. But anyway, I think I tried to get your point, but my director is saying that time is not on our side right now. And so I'm going to give my take on this. I think there's no 1 foot in, 1 foot out. If you're in, you're in, and deal with it. Trust is important, because even between you and your friends, for those relationships to survive, you need to trust each other. With the other thing, couples need to talk about their fears. They need to put them out there and let their partners know, this is what I feel like I cannot do. And then for them, they can have a conversation and make sure that they can help each other. You have your partner's back, because for you to survive, you have to be one. You're not going to get in there and it's all about me and me. It's now supposed to be all about we. So that is all we had for you tonight on Y254 News. And please don't forget to keep on watching Y254 TV. Next you have Karaoke Live. And thank you for joining us. My name is Patricia Muriuki. Do have yourselves a very good night.